Good morning. Hold on, where's the camera? Right there. Okay. How's it going? I'm so happy you all tuned in yesterday. I get so many compliments and comments from people that struggle with the same thing as me. Struggling with the one sip of wine or the one bite of chocolate or cake or any of that stuff. Because if you know anything about me, if you've ever been with me, like especially in a restaurant or just hanging out, like give me a sip of wine and that bottle is gone. Give me just a taste of something yummy and that's gone. You better watch your stuff. Hey Renee, salut Renee, hey Andrea. So I'm gonna come to you today because it's been a really tough week. My father-in-law, who's 88 years old, he's back in the hospital again. We settled him into a nursing home last year when he started falling. He's 88, did I say that? Yeah. He's 88 years old and he was falling and he was, getting dementia and he has this orthostatic problem with his legs. He can't stand up and hold himself up by himself anymore, which is really, really sad because this is a man who, he used to work in town council. He was in charge of the boating club for a long time. He was active in his community. He worked at Hydro-Quebec for years. He's retired from that. And he's such an imposing, such a kind, gentle, imposing man who loved to golf. He would do curling. He would do all these things. And then all of a sudden, he's bedridden again. When he's at his residence, he actually has to sit on a pad that when he stands up, the buzzer goes off because he can't get up and move around by himself because he could fall. So, can you imagine you're 88 years old and you've been autonomous your whole life, and now all of a sudden, even if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to call and wait for someone because you can't go by yourself. He can't golf anymore. He can't go bowling anymore. He can't go fishing anymore. All these things he loved to do. And now he's back in the hospital with a fever and he might be getting C. difficile again like he did last time. And it makes me think, like, what's my life looking like? Like whenever I go to put a forkful of something in my mouth, whether it's sauerkraut, whether it's vegetables, whether it's salad, whether it's cake, or whether it's wine, I think about, wow, I know it's, live once, just live a little, it's okay, just a little bit of this is fine. But then when you think long term, when I think about my father-in-law, and he's a serious sugar person. I mean, he still has 2 Kit Kat bars in his drawer at the hospital. At the residence, he's got drawers full of cookies and all kinds of stuff. I don't even know how he survived this long. Not that he was ever fat, because that's the thing. You can be skinny fat. You might be one of these people that, I can eat whatever I want. I never gain weight. Okay? Well, he never did either. But he's got heart problems. He's got all kinds of intestinal problems. He's got back problems. He's got joint problems. He's got arthritis. His wife, she was pretty thin too. And she had IBS. She had, oh my goodness, she couldn't eat seeds. She had all kinds of problems with her bowels. But she was thin. So just because you're heavy doesn't mean just because you're thin doesn't mean you're healthy. Just saying. Because you could have fat going on the inside you don't even see. So just to say. But I think about my father-in-law, like I said, when I go to eat or drink something that I know doesn't really work for my body. And I've been doing this cleanse. I don't know if you saw my last lives, but I'm on day 30 of this cleanse where I took out 7 of the most, not allergic, but 7 of the foods that people are most intolerant to. So there was sugar, including all kinds of sweeteners, which I wasn't really having anyway, but there's sugar and alcohol, so I had cut out sugar and alcohol. Gluten, I cut out eggs, I cut out caffeine too, so I went like 26 days without having coffee, something like that, which was okay. I cut out dairy. The things with dairy, which I've done this before, and I found that when I eat cheese or even drink milk, I'll get like a lot of phlegm in my throat, and I'll get like pimples. So I know that dairy really doesn't work for me. So that I didn't really reintroduce, really. But just to say that eliminating all these things that were hurting my intestines, were hurting my gut, I actually lost 11 pounds and lost 2 inches off my waist. And that's, 3 meals a day, no snacks, and just cutting out those things. Eating real food, eating things like fruits, vegetables, eating salads, eating, what else did I have? I would have clean, lean protein, like grass-fed beef, organic chicken, like not huge amounts, but like a nice little 4 ounce at of protein at each meal, which is great, fills you up. Things like nuts and seeds for healthy fats. I don't have vegetable oil, but I'll have like avocado oil, ghee, and coconut oil fry up really nice. Olive oil is great for cold. You don't want to be frying that up. So there's all these things, these simple switches that you can make, swaps. I stopped eating pasta a long time ago. I just switched that out for things like spaghetti squash, spiralized zucchini. You can buy like a spiralizer. It could be manual or it could be electric, and just spiralize things like carrots. You can spiralize zucchini. There's all kinds of things you can spiralize, and it's just as good as eating pasta. It's probably even better. So why not? Anywho, all to say that you can make some really simple shifts so you're not miserable, and you can have an incredible healthy life, so that when you get to 88 years old, you're not strapped to a chair. So that when you're 88 years old, you can go climb a mountain. You can take your grandkids, your great grandkids to Disney. You can travel the world without any regrets. So just, think about that. What's one simple switch or one simple change you can make today? What's the one thing that's going to move you forward? That's one thing that you can do every single day without necessarily worrying about the big picture, but just one little step at a time. Give it some thought. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.